If you're a fellow big back, you've probably learned the hard way that most office chairs tap out early.
I'm 5'10", 300 pounds, and I understand how hard it can be to find something that fits you when shopping online. Regardless if it's sporting equipment, clothing, or in this case, an office chair that looks good in any office space while providing surprising comfort that is equally affordable. Big and tall is supposed to mean special sizing, but 43% of men in the US are technically considered obese. So at this point, the special sizes are actually the normal ones. The chair industry just hasn't caught up yet. A quick search of Amazon or Google will provide a plethora of oversized and overstuffed chairs that resemble more like a lazy boy recliner than something suited for an 8-hour workday. I spent the last 15 years of my career in an employer-provided Serta because that's what they had that I actually fit in. Now that I understand more about office chair ergonomics, I had no clue why I had all the aches and pains I was dealing with. I just chalked them up to being out of shape and getting older. Getting to work at a company like BTOD has afforded me the ability to sit in numerous office chairs in the past couple of years, and I have made it my mission to help others out there like me trying to sift through the countless listings, threads, and videos. Enter the BTOD Duolc. I spent the last 30 days sitting in this chair, and here is my no BS opinion. Starting with the assembly, the Duolc comes packaged in a way that makes it easy to sort out the parts quickly. Everything is labeled and you're working with standard Allen screws throughout the entire process. It took me about 30 minutes at a comfortable pace. The base, casters, arms, and seat all go together without any surprises. And once the back locks into place and the chair is set into the cylinder, it's ready to go. Just make sure to give everything a final tightening. Overall, the assembly is straightforward and doesn't feel like a project, which I definitely appreciate. I've sat in almost every S tier and A tier chair that BTOD has rated, such as the Vera, Embody, Fern, and Lamia. While I really wish those could be the answer for me, they just aren't. In every one of them, I feel like I'm sitting in the middle seat of an overbooked flight. The most direct comparison that this chair would rival is the Eurotech Vera, but as you can see, it's a bit tight for me. The Duolc provides adequate room in both directions, and I don't feel like I'm pretending that I fit. I actually belong in the chair. Speaking of tier lists, if you can already tell that this big chair isn't going to be the one for you, click the link in the description for our guide below. I'm at the very limit of the suggested 300-pound weight rating, but I still like the gray upholstery with molded foam seat pad. I understand that everyone is different when it comes to seating preferences related to the amount of cushion. Like my mattress, I prefer my seat on the firmer end. If I dropped 30 or so pounds, I'm sure the seat would feel a bit more plush, but I'm still not bottoming out at my current weight. The upholstery feels very durable, and I have no doubt that it will last as long as any other chair warranted for 10 plus years. I like a firmer seat because it keeps me upright while tasking, and most importantly, the depth is short enough for my 30-inch inseam legs to maintain an ergonomic position. The seat depth adjustment is also easy to use. With a simple push of your left thumb, you can dial it in. It should work well for most people between 5'3" and 6'1". The waterfall front edge is great because I can't stand a chair that feels like it's cutting into my thighs. The seat height is equally easy to use with your right hand by pulling up on the lever. I'm a sucker for a mesh backrest. Like most big men, I get hot easily, and I've had zero issues feeling warm in this chair. It's available in either gray or black, and this no-snag mesh is really comfortable regardless of what shirt I'm wearing. While I never go shirtless at my desk, or even a public beach for that matter, I decided to test that out while writing this section of my script. Don't worry, I'll spare you the visuals. Bottom line, this mesh is super soft and provides plenty of tension and support. If you're looking for an aggressive lumbar support, this chair might come up a bit short. But as someone who has struggled with periodic back pain, I've had no issues since using this as my daily driver. As I mentioned earlier, it's rare that I'm able to actually use the armrests in most chairs. However, this is probably the part of the chair that I'm most happy about, simply because I actually fit between them. They are well designed and provide four-way adjustment with just the right amount of tension so that when I shift in the chair, they are not all over the place. The pads themselves are on the firmer side, yet still have some give. They feel durable, and it's unlikely that they'll break apart like the ones on certain premium gaming chairs that cost quite a bit more. I don't use the 4-position synchro tilt option that often, but that's mainly because of my fear of falling over, being more torso than legs in the many chairs that I've sat in over the years. This thing is plenty stable at its furthest tilt, and I am completely comfortable. I also enjoy the indentation in the frame at the top of the chair because it allows me to lean my head back without being uncomfortable, which surprised me since it doesn't have a headrest. I'm not sure that would be the case if I were over 6'2". Now, let's talk price. I'm a longtime big dude and an even longer time cheapskate. Is this chair $200? No. But this is the chair that you buy after being disappointed with the $200 option. We spent months sourcing and testing chairs we could offer under $500 and still feel confident recommending. And as the guy who helps manage our website and product pages, I am confident enough in this chair to stand by the lifetime warranty and an industry-leading 60-day risk-free money-back guarantee with free returns. Okay, I've given you all of the positives and sprinkled in some of the concerns you might not like, including the firmer seat pad, stiffer arm pads, and mid-level lumbar support. I'll also add that I'm slightly disappointed in the 300-pound weight capacity, especially since I'm right at the top of that. But really, the main issue I noticed early on is that it creaks. It's not that I think it has a bad build quality, it's likely just the materials and motion points working a bit harder with me near the upper limit. And honestly, it's not that much more creaky than the Embody or Aeron, and those cost 3 to 4 times as much. I have yet to create a tier list, so assigning a tier to this chair would be somewhat premature until I'm able to properly rank it against other chairs in the big category. Bottom line, this chair outshines its price point. And with a lifetime warranty and 60-day risk-free trial with free returns, there's really no downside in trying it.